Hi there. It's Sunday, August 15th, day 7. I've already done quite a bit of recording so far today, but all facing the other direction because the scenery's been really pretty. So it's been an interesting day. It's almost 1 o'clock our time, which is we're in the mountain time zone now, and we left at 9:30 this morning. Last night, little black dog had one of the worst cases of diarrhea that I have known her to have in the 15 years that we have been a part of one another's lives. And I have to say, she's trained to go to the bathroom on pads, and so I have pads in the room at night, and she's pretty good. But occasionally, I think just because when you stay with pets, they have certain rooms that are designated for pets, and so other pets have been there, and she may smell, and so every once in a while she'll mark. But by and large, she's been very good about going on the pad, but not what you would call 100%. But last night, I should have known, because before we were going to bed, she just had the most heinous gas ever. I mean, she was asleep, and they were the silent, deadly type. But I didn't really think much of it. I was really tired. So I had her pad down for her, and I went to sleep. And then around maybe 3 o'clock this morning, I heard her up and doing her little spin dance that she does on the pad before she goes. And then I heard, the sound of diarrhea. And I was like, oh my God, if she didn't hit the pad, this is going to be awful. So I get up, I turn on the light. She hit the pad. Hallelujah, because I'm telling you, yeah, we would have had to just flee in the middle of the night. It would have been so bad. So, I clean it up. I put down a fresh pad. And then a couple hours later, 4:30, something like that, I hear her up again. Less this time, of course, but still plenty. Same procedure. Then again at 5, which was 30 minutes before my alarm was set to go off, she goes again. So now I can't really get back to sleep because I'm starting to worry how's this going to work in the car the next day if she's sick. So clean it up, whatever, lie in bed for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And then by the time I woke up, she seemed better. She definitely seemed better. So take her outside first thing. Nothing much going on. Take a shower. She's okay. We get one little, nothing really, right before we go. So load up the car, and fortunately I have a ton of these pads with me because, I knew that I would need them for overnight. And so I just line her car seat with them. So I'll get a picture of it before the day is over. But her side of the car looks like a joke. I mean, it looks like I've prepped to murder someone over there. Everything is draped in pads. But so this morning, we've been on the road for 3.5 hours. We've probably stopped, I don't know, maybe 5 times for her to go, and usually it comes on kind of suddenly. So I've learned her signal, which is to stand up and not be able to settle down again, start panting furiously, and start looking out the window. So whenever that happens, obviously I pull over as soon as possible, take her out, not really much of anything, I'm amazed that it's still going on because obviously I haven't fed her anything this morning. And I mean, I don't know, her intestines have to be 7 inches long, so I don't even know what little remains is coming from. It definitely looked like plenty of volume last night. So this has been kind of a kink in the works because today is going to be, or is a challenging day in the sense that we're heading into Yellowstone. Ooh, cows. There's loose livestock here. Anyway, so we're heading into Yellowstone, and I didn't really book any places to stay ahead of time because I wasn't sure what kind of pace I was going to be able to do. So I just kind of loosely planned the trip, and then I've been doing rooms kind of one day in advance, or sometimes not even. That was what I was doing at the beginning, but the past few nights I've been just doing one day in advance. But, clearly the middle of August in Yellowstone is high demand time, and there aren't a lot of towns around here, so there's not a lot of lodging, and what lodging there is for the most part booked. So I had to put us in at a place in Montana just across the line, and just when we get all the way through Yellowstone. So the drive alone, without any breaks of any kind, 7 hours it estimated. And then, even on a good day, we've got to get out and stretch. I have needs as well. We don't need to go there. But so I like to add at least, 45 minutes, an hour to whatever the drive time is, just for breaks and eating and all of that. So that would put it at 8 hours. But then also, we're going through Yellowstone, so, I don't have time to really do it properly. I can't stop and be a tourist proper, but I definitely wanted to allow time to be able to stop and take pictures and, just kind of take it in generally. So, that adds a little bit more time, but now with Rosie's situation, you can see him as we pass by. There he was. Now with Rosie's situation, it's just I think it's gonna make this a really, really long day. Most of the stops are quick, just in and out, and that's it. But yeah, I'm glad we left early. So it may come out at the end to be about 9 hours, which is what we did the day before last, and it was exhausting. But we have no choice. There's nowhere else to stay. We would end up sleeping in the car or something. So that's that's what's going on today. But in spite of all that, it's really gorgeous here. We haven't even gotten to Yellowstone yet. We just are going right now through the Bighorn National Forest, and it's pretty breathtaking. And there are not a lot of people here at all. Not at all. I may flip the camera around now here for a little bit. It's getting really pretty again. So that's my quick report. If I come in the range of 3G or Wi-Fi, I'll do this as a not so mini. But basing it on the last several hours and all of yesterday, I'm kind of thinking that 3G might not happen, or Wi-Fi, but we'll see. All right, gonna turn it around now.